Well, good morning, guys. Big A coming to you live from the Greenway. Another cold gentleman out here this morning. I looked down there a while ago and the ducks are all huddled up together. They're not even in the water. Hey, this is going to be an amazing day. I'm pretty excited. I titled this Ways to Eliminate Stress During the Christmas Season. You know, I listened to myself a little bit to kind of get better, and I got tickled yesterday. This guy called me from the Bronx up in New York, and he started laughing. He said, "Oh my gosh," he said, "the accents you've got." And I said, "Accent? Have you listened to yourself lately?" He started laughing. I said, "Big A's dialect is what you get in the South, and I can't help it. It's who God made me." He just started laughing. We had a good joke with our southern accent, so forgive me if I'm a little bit southern, but you know what? I live in the South. I want to tell you a quick story. Some of you guys have heard this story. This lady got married, and her first Christmas dinner, she set a ham down on the table. And her husband looked at her and said, "This is beautiful, great job." He said, "Well, I got a question." He said, "Why is the ends cut off the ham?" And she looked a little bit puzzled, and she said, "Yeah, I'm not sure. I need to go ask my mom. It's the way she always did it." And I don't know. Let me go ask her. She went and asked her mom. Said, "Mom, why did you teach me to cut the ends off the ham?" And her mom thought about it a minute, and she said, "You know, I'm really not sure." She said, "That's the way my mom taught me." She said, "Let me go ask her." So she went and asked her mom. She said, "Mom, I don't understand something." Said, "I cooked this ham. Everybody loves it, but the ends are cut off. Why do we cut the ends off the ham?" And her mom started laughing. She said, "Well, when I was a young girl, our stove was little and the ham wouldn't fit in there, so I had to trim the ends." Well, that's the way we live our lives. We do things every day and we don't even know why we do many things. And what I've discovered is we are doing traditions today related to the Christmas season that's causing a lot of stress in your family's life. I want to take you back. This is going to be a little longer than I normally talk, but to me this is important, and I want to help some of you guys to overcome some things that I did that quite honestly caused me a lot of stress. I look back over the Christmas seasons when my girls were little. Some of the things that really stressed me out was how much it cost. And we were buying presents and gifts for people that we rarely see and we didn't really know, and we were buying things for them they didn't need, and we didn't really want to do it, and we were spending a huge amount of money. And I went to Robin one day and I said, "Man, how much are we spending on Christmas?" And she said, "I don't know, I just go out and buy this and that." You know, we weren't really paying attention to our budget. So shortly thereafter, I started going to the bank and I would write a check for cash. And I would take envelopes and I would write on the envelopes the person's names that we were going to buy for, and I'd put the money in the envelope, and I'd know exactly how much we were going to spend on those persons, and it eliminated that stress for me. I said, "This is how much money we're going to spend," and I'm making an intelligent decision intellectually. Robin is emotional sometimes with the way she purchases things, like most women do, emotional, and that's good. I'm all about the emotion. And I want her to be emotional because I can be a tightwad sometimes. And I'm glad that she does that, because that means she's got heart. But I said, you can stay emotional within the confines of this envelope. That way we know what we're spending. And we made a good choice and a good decision, and we knew exactly how much we were going to spend. That's one way that I helped eliminate some of the stress in my life. The other way is we've made some decisions long ago that we were going to change some traditions in our family. We were going to change the way we do things. Now, I'm going to get a little bit strong on a couple of things. You guys stay with me. Don't hang up just yet. There's some selfish family members out there, and we don't need to be one of them. I know there's some parents out there that want their kids at their house after they're married and they have the grandchildren early on Christmas morning. Y'all stop doing that. Stop being those parents that have this tradition that is affecting the goodwill of the of your children and your grandchildren. Let them stay at home and do Christmas. We don't even do Christmas on Christmas Day with our family. We do it 2 days later, so it allows them to have time with their children. They can get up and they can have their own traditions and they can do things that cause less stress. So don't be that guy that you gotta have them there. If you're the selfish pig that's doing that, stop doing it. Don't cause that kind of stress on your kids and your grandkids. Allow them to have their own life. You know, there's nobody loves their mom better than I do. I love my mom better than anything. But June the 21st, 1980, I made a pledge to Robin. Robin became #1 in my life, and we have to run our family how our family needs to be run. Not the way my mom says that we should do it, and my mom encourages me to do this. She said the Bible says to leave your family, cleave to the one you got, and that's what you guys need to do. We need to quit letting our family dictate how we do things, and you need to be sensitive, you need to be considerate, but you need to be committed to your family and your family this year at the Christmas season. So I want to encourage you to do that. The other thing we stopped doing was buying all these presents for people that we rarely see. We get together now and we play a game called Dirty Santa. And it is so fun. Each family spends $10 or $20, brings a gift. We draw numbers, and you can fight for that present, you know, 2 or 3 times. You can steal it from somebody else. It causes a lot of fun, conversation, activity, and it doesn't cause financial stress and burdens on people that can't afford it. If you're charging for Christmas this year, don't do that. Stop today. Just say, you know what, this is going to be our budget. We're not going to do that anymore. You're paying for it months ahead. Don't do that. I promise you, the person that is getting the gift doesn't really want it anyway. Second of all, they don't need it. I look around our family and I said, man, our kids have got what they need. Our grandkids have got what they need. Let's get together, have a great dinner, have fun, and eliminate some of this stress. Let's just don't cause stress for stress sake. I want you to be the person that changes tradition. Sit down with your family tonight and go, what can we do differently? How can we do Christmas this year where we eliminate the stress? Can we have days that we do Christmas rather than doing it the old traditional way where you go and you do it with the family? If that's not what's best for your family, stop doing it. Don't do it anymore. Let your kids enjoy themselves, okay? Listen, stop being the person that cuts the end off the ham. Find out why you're doing what you're doing. I promise you, you'll enjoy Christmas more. Budget well, don't go into debt. And listen, the reason for the season is to honor Christ, okay? The King of Kings, the Lord of Lords, you know, El Shaddai, the great I am, the King of Glory. That is why we're celebrating Christmas. It's not all this peripheral stuff that's going on. Jesus Christ is the reason for the season, and let's keep him the center of our focus. Well, I'm Big A. I got to get back after it. Have a good one. I'm coming to you live from the Greenway. We'll see you.